Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, I checked in with Kansas State's head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. On the move from inside is 5. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense will be first on the attack. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy. Making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Quarterback will keep it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Open space at the 25. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
Looking for a gap. It's man. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hauls it in. Touchdown, San Jose State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Offense in a bunch formation. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Spartans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pulls it in. It's Smalls. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Unloads to the right. He's got it. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. And the Spartans have pushed it inside the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty.
And how about this signal caller today, man? Showing you he can do it through the air and now with the legs, showing off the repertoire, showing why he is so hard to defend, and this defense is feeling it early in the football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he got loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pierre. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Pierre. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Pulls it on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. That'll bring him to within 4. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Fights off a defender. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Doing it himself again. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. On the run, it's man. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Spartans are in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Vasquez. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner is stopped. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Green. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's Pierre. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fine. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Fakes to grab. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Spartans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Vasquez. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. It's down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality.
Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10.
Kansas State, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's still running after the move. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for a big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires quickly. Sweet cut there. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout taken here, second one called by Kansas State. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Touchdown Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Working that left side now. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Barton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a man in the middle. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan! And the pummeling has started.
And what an unbelievable job protecting the quarterback. He's got so much time to go through his progressions. And when you're a receiver, you got to understand that first route might not be open. Now, I got to adjust. He adjusts really well. He finds the receiver for the big play, and they get 6 points for him.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Balls. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line.
Here we go, ready.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Pierre.
Running back the ball carrier. Gain 2.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown, San Jose State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The RPO, it's complete.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. There's some room. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Motion from the back. Off play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The run from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Reads it, fires complete. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The run inside. It's Vasquez. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He's got it again. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Vasquez. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Buys a little extra time. They're working that left side. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Makes the catch and he's free. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. from the red zone. It's Vasquez. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Strong, tough run, and he's brought down just inches away from the score. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. One more play to pad the stats. Running inside, it's Pierre. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. That game not nearly as competitive as many of us